Like you won't say I'm not reading from some place. Okay, shalom everybody.
Shalom.
It's very nice to be in Eretz Israel, Eretz HaKodesh, after being outside in other countries. And first of all, we have to know it's a big zchut. We don't understand because we are here, we are here, and we used to be here, and it's so hard to be here, and everything is, you think you choke, it's hard to be here, especially from to be a Oleh Chadash. It's even harder than to be a Israeli. Why? Because Israeli is born with shiur. How do you say shiur?
Armor.
An armor. Yeah, he's born with an armor. You can hit him and hit him. Okay, no, everything's okay. I call me Sadeh. I am Sadeh. Go on.
Thick skin.
Balagan. But someone that comes from Chutz La'aretz, and everything is going right and normal and steady, and then what's all this balagan here? How do you get on? But you get into the fight, and you forget that you are in the fight. This is normal now. This becomes normal, and you think it's normal, but
you change automatically.
It's not normal. Really, it's not normal. It's a holy place. It's a holy place. It's something different from
the rest
all
of the world.
That's why we have a lot of balagan.
נכון. The Ramban, when he came over to Israel, he said the most holy places are in the most balagan. Like you see the Har HaBayit is still in the hands of the Arabs.
Yeah.
And we had it in the 6-day war.
Yeah.
They took it, and they gave it back. They just gave the keys back. Why? Because we cannot hold it. It's not because he was wrong or he was right. Hashem lead it like this because we cannot hold it. We cannot take it. It's too much. Because everything in Eretz Israel, it's on the spot. You make a mistake, straight away you get the Shlit'a, you get the patch. Yeah. Doesn't take time. But we have a big zchut. This is the Akdama, and we have to pray that we'll keep this zchut, and we won't be kicked out of here.
Hashem.
Not as people and not as singers, each one of us. So I wanted to speak up from Sipurei Ma'asiyot, and I don't see the book here. But the first story is the base of all the other stories, because when Rabbeinu started to say Sipurei Ma'asiyot, he said, Rabbi Nachman tells us, he said like this: now I will start saying Sipurei Ma'asiyot, tales, yeah. So Rabbi Nachman understood, I worked with you in all kind of tools that I had, and it didn't help. So now I have to take a special tool, a special way, that in this way I'm sure it's going to work. What's the, not the secret of the Sipurei Ma'asiyot, but the secret of telling stories. The secret of telling stories is that you don't put yourself in a defense. When someone comes and tells you Musa, so straight away you say, me? Such a tzaddik like me? You tell me a Musa? You know who I am? Me? Such a big tzaddik, okay, tell me a Musa. I never get angry. Sometimes, when someone, but normally, I'm giving tzedakah. I'm not accountant. Sometimes I don't give because, and so on. I'm not. But when you tell a story, it's not a musa. and I don't have to learn, and it's not halacha that I will have to do it after. If I learn halacha, you know, I'm afraid to learn halacha because I will have to do it later, you know. It's a story. So in a story, I don't put myself in a defense. So he comes in the back door and goes into my heart, and then he start working on me. You know, for me, I have on the Bal Tzion Goel, so Pesha Be'Yakov, when you say Kadosh when you sit it in the tefillah, you know, my main kavana is from a story of two tzaddikim. There were two tzaddikim. They stayed in the same achsanya on the way, and one was older and one was younger. And the older said something that the young tzaddik didn't like, so he was boiges with him. But in order to get into his room, he had to pass through the room of the older guy. So he was passing like this, you know, with his face closed, going. That's it. No shalom, no sitting and speaking together, nothing. Okay, so in the tefillah in the morning, you know, after the tefillah, he goes out. So the older tzaddik says to him, "Did you hear the malachim say kadosh?" He says to him, "Yes." "And did you hear them say Baruch Kvod Hashem Imkomo?" You know, the other part. He says to him, "Yes." "How did you hear them?" I heard them like millions and millions and millions and millions of malachim saying all together. So he says to him, do you hear it every day?" He says to him, "No." "So why did you hear it today?" He says, "Don't know." So he told him, "Because you daven next to me." And that's how they made peace. You know, but from this, when I heard this story, since then, you know, I'm taking really care on this part of the tefillah, you know, because they heard the malachim. The malachim, when Israel say kadosh, the malachim say kadosh. So I read it, you know, it's written. But now,
how you feel?
There are people. You know, the tzaddik, you know, the biggest tzaddik is a human being, is a man. He heard it, you know. So I don't hear it, but I'm afraid. I have it gave me a feeling. Why I read the story. I read other things about this part of tefillah. Okay, it's nice, it's good, but the story it got into your heart. So this is a part of the story. Except for the secrets and the meanings that Rabbi Nachman had inside the stories. So the first story is Maaseh Mibat Melech. There was a king and he had 6 boys and 1 girl, and this girl was very important. And one time he was sitting with her in a meeting, and he said, "Sha'lo tov yikach otach." That the no good will take you. I don't want to say in another way, you know, because this is the straight, the no good will take you. At night she went to her room, and in the morning they couldn't find her. So what does it mean the not good will take you? The lot of will take you. This is the one that everything is lot of. You know? The guy in the makolet is lot of. The guy in the Kupat Cholim is batuach lot of. Yeah, and so on. The kids, the husband, the teachers, is lot of. The lot of yikach otav. Lot of. Everything I see, the lot of. Because everything has good and bad in it. We are in. This is the world, good and bad together, mixed together. I have to find the good, not to find the bad. I have to find the good things. The lot of yikach otach. Balayla, at night she went to her room, and in the morning they couldn't find her. No, Uberchochem it says, you know. Yeah? a big, where did she got lost? At night, she went to her room. And in the morning, you can't, it's the mashal is, that one guy goes on the street and he sees another guy looking for something. Looking. I say, what are you looking for? I lost my purse. So where exactly did you lose it? Over there. So why did you look here? Now here there's a light. It's hard to look in the dark, but this is where you lost it. What did I lost everything I lost is in the dark, in the lot of. There I lost everything I had. So there I have to look. It's hard, it's very hard, when now I have, my mashals going around the world, collecting. So every time you move to another city, it's the hardest point, to start again and to understand the nature of the people here, the customs of the people, the way they speak. It's not the language. The language, but what do they think? How do they think? It's very different. It's like you're going into somewhere that is dark and nobody wants to go there. And this is exactly where we have to go. This is all our life. The next move, you don't know. I've been now to France, to Paris, two stops from in the metro, in the underground, from where they shoot the 11 reporters, So you see it, you don't know. I've been there yesterday. Nothing happened. Now it's closed. They closed the place and that's it. You don't know what's going to be in the next minute. This is the darkness that we have to be ready. I'm ready to go in the darkness, in the place that I don't know what is going to be. What is going to be? I don't know what is going to be. And whatever is going to be is good. Why is good? Because who put me there? Hashem put me there. Why did He put me there? Because I have something to get out of it. I have something good. It's 90% bad. Like the guy in the Kupat Cholim is 90% bad. Yeah? But he has 10% good. I should take 1% out of it. Something I have to take out of it. Something good I have to take out of it. Sometimes you come to this pakid, the guy that sits there, and you say, to make something, let's be happy, and you try to say, and he looks at you like this, with a heavy face. You try again, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't work. And he says to you, what, you think you're funny? You think you will manage to make me happy? No chance. With me, that you don't have any chance. I'm not going to be happy. Nothing will help you. Okay. So that's how it is. It doesn't work. I did what I can do. I made my try. I gave the shot. Okay, whatever happens. Maybe someone else looked at the side, and for him it was a nice movie. But you don't know. I have to do good to try and make other people also feel good. This is what I have to try and do. So this is the beginning. This is the point. So, the Melech, when they couldn't find her, the Melech was going around and around looking for her. The king was going, and so the secretary to the king said, I want a horse and a mesharet, a servant, and money, spending money for the way. And he went to look for her. So he's looking all over the world, in the desert, in the fields, in the cities, everywhere he's looking for her. Until he goes into the city and goes out of the city, and he comes to a castle. Comes to a big castle. He goes into the castle. Nobody stops him. He goes inside. He comes to a big room, and he sees that everybody is happy there. And there's a chair for the king, beautiful chair. And then the king is coming, and everybody is happy, and there's תזמורות, נו? Choirs?
Yeah.
Choirs?
Yeah.
Yeah? And everybody is singing and happy and dancing and that. And then the king says, bring the queen. Then everybody gets, wow, their happiness grows up higher and higher and higher. And they bring the queen. And he was laying on the corner. And when he saw the queen, he saw the Bat Melech. So then the Bat Melech looked, and she saw someone lies on the corner. And she goes to him, and she touched him. And she asked him, do you know me? So he says to her, yes, you're the Bat Melech that got lost. What is this place? So she says to him, this place is the not good. This place is the place that is called not good. All the happiness, all the food, everything, this is the place that is called not good. She asks, how can I take you out of here? So she says to him, you can only, if you go 1 year, sit in a special place, and every time that you have some spare time, think about me and pray to take me out. After a year, come back and take me out, then you can take me out. Okay. So now the point of what I want to say, that he looked at her and he recognized her. He saw, this is the Bat Melech. What does Rabbeinu want to say in these words? For sure he recognized her. He's looking for her. I was in the palace with the king, with the Bat Melech, with the daughter of the king. For sure I know her. Why shouldn't I know her? It's not like now we learned about Yosef, that Yosef left his house without a beard. And then because he had a beard, his brothers couldn't recognize him. But she didn't have a beard, of course. Yeah? So, why couldn't he recognize her? For sure he recognized her. But this is the Bat Melech, really the Bat Melech. We're not saying that we are explaining what Rebbi Nachman says, but Rebbi Nachman writes in the beginning, in the Akdama, in the introduction of the Sipurei Ma'asiyot, he writes that everything you say that doesn't go out of the halacha can be the perus for the story. So many of the older Breslev Hasidim say that the Bat Melech is our Neshama, and we lived with our Neshama before we were born here. But when we come here to this world, we have to recognize her. And sometimes we have this enlightenment, that wow, I have a Neshama. It's real, it's not only stories. I believe I'm religious, I'm religious, I daven every day, I keep Shabbos, I do the mitzvahs, I'm religious. Okay, you're a good boy. Yeah, but where's your Neshama? Your religious is good, you will get Gan Eden, you will get a prize, it's okay, but where's the Neshama? Where's the fire in your religious? Where's the liveliness in your religious? How do you live your religious? Does it make you happy that you're religious? Oh, it's Baruch Hashem, it's okay, Like some people say, it's better than being a Chiloni, it's better than being a Goy. Well, for sure, but it's not such a big madrega to be more than someone that doesn't do anything. I have to find the Neshama. Find the Neshama. So every time, it's again, to recognize her again. Where's the Neshama now? In what I'm doing now? In what's going on with me now? So people like us, if we find it once a year, it's good. It's nice. But to find it once a year, like she told him, you have to sit down and think and pray and daven and want and speak about it. If you don't speak about it, it won't happen. If you don't think about it and speak about it, nothing will happen to Lemaise. Because this is the way things going. Machshava, dibur, maaseh. This is how everything goes in this world. Everyone that wants to make a business, he says, wow, I'm going to be a photographer. Yeah, good. Okay, so how he starts speaking, start finding out about the cameras, about how much he can sell, where he can rent a place. He starts speaking about it, and then he's doing something. The same with the Ruchnit, everything in Ruchnit. First you think about it, then you speak about it, and then you can do it. Then you can come to it. So this is the main Eitzah of Rabbeinu. Rabbeinu says the main Eitzah that I'm giving you is the Hitbodedut. This is the main thing I want you to do. To have every day 1 hour. So every day 1 hour, and it's a big business. Every day 1 hour. You know, you start the hour, and Hashem, please help me. You know, I have problems, and think you fall asleep. Okay, let's make a cup of coffee. Okay, let's make a cup of coffee. Say a cup of coffee. Now, yes, Hashem, you know, I have these problems, you know, Parnasa, Refuah, whatever, each one has his problems, and boom, he falls asleep. The coffee gets cold. He has to make 2 cups. You have to make 2 cups. 1 for you, 1 for Hashem. Why only for you? And take 2 cups of coffee. Then maybe you'll drink 1. But it's a big question. You have to, you know, how come, you know, when I speak, I sit with a friend of mine, I can speak for hours. Yeah? And when I speak and he goes inside my talk, you know, and stop me, says, wow, that wasn't nice. That wasn't polite. To stop me in the middle, yeah. And we can speak hours. But when I stand in front of Hashem, in front of the King, in front of my best friend in the world, my father, my brother, my mother, my sister, is everything. You know, I don't know what to say. Why? Because I don't feel him. I don't see. I don't have any feeling that he's there. My friend, I see. He is here. But Hashem, I don't see him. I can't see him. And I have to have a big belief, big emunah, to know Hashem is here now. You know, and like I had a conversation with someone that is not... says to me, I don't believe. Says, you don't have to believe. What do you have to believe? You know, now there's you see television, right? Okay, it's an instrument, right? Someone had to build it. You cannot say it happened by accident. Television with all the okay, no. So someone built it. And okay, so someone had to build the world. It's a machine. It's going. It's working. Yeah. Someone had to build it. Yeah, okay, someone had to build it. But nobody has to take care of it. So, okay. You know, the television works with electricity, right? To make electricity, there has to be somewhere that they make it. And they cannot stop it for 1 minute, right? So someone has to take care of it. And all this world, with all of the businesses that he has inside, nobody takes care of it. Someone has to take care of it. It doesn't go automatically, you know. Even something that goes automatically, someone takes care of it. So we have to know he is here, you know. But this is my search all my life, to find the contact with my Neshama, because my body, he's taken care by Hashem Yitbarach, but he cannot feel it. But my Neshama can feel Hashem Yitbarach. I can have a feeling that Hashem Yitbarach is here. I can have this feeling. You know, they said before I went to France, they told me it's very dangerous and you cannot go in the metro, and especially not with this kind of hat and payas. And So they gave me a casket, a hat like this, and they wanted me to put my pants inside, and I looked in the mirror and said, wow, it looks beautiful. I took it out, I put my hat on, I cannot go like this. It's not possible, I cannot go like this. And I went, I walked around with this hat. And I did, but I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel I didn't feel threatened, like I'm in danger or something because of this. So my friend that I was going with him, he's living there. Says to him, how do you feel? I says to him, okay, I don't see anything. He says, so you don't see all these Muslims looking at you? I said, no, you don't see. I just didn't see them, you know. I knew I'm going like I'm going. This is how I'm going every day. This is who I am, and that's it, you know. But still, you know, I thought about it, you know. But still, it's not because, like Rabbi Chaim Volozhin said, you know, has a segula to escape, you know, to be saved from any problem. Think, Enod milvado. There's only Hashem. Yeah. So I thought, wow, I'm in this madrega that I'm thinking Enod milvado. I think there's no. I wasn't there. I wasn't in this madrega, but I was somewhere. I had some kind of feeling of Hashem is here. Hashem will take care of me. I will go. I will stay like I am, and Hashem will take care of me. I had like the secondary to the king. He saw the Bat Melech. I didn't see the Bat Melech. Like if I was there, I wouldn't see the Bat Melech, and I don't think I would recognize her. But I would have the feeling that she is there. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning, to have the feeling that my Neshama is here. I'm living with a Neshama. It's not only the body that lives here. You know, even though that I'm running most of the day, I'm running after money. What I'm doing? Running after money. Running after where I'm going to get it. It's not the good days that I was chatzot and outside in the field and davening and learning all day. I'm not there now. I'm running after the money. But Hashem is with me, and the Neshama is also there. And now is the test. When I'm here in this world, this is the test, and this is why Hashem wanted this world. Hitbodedut. Be an action. How do you say action in stubborn? Be stubborn. You know, like a donkey. You know, I want to speak with Hashem, and I want to feel my Neshama speaking to Hashem. I want it, and again and again and again. And you can be mad at Hashem. It's okay. Say, so many years I'm speaking. So many years. Let's say not so many years. Okay. Let's say 5 minutes already. I'm speaking to you. You don't answer me. How come you don't answer me? I'm your son. I'm your wife. I'm your daughter. I'm your brother. That's how you called me. It's not I invented it. You call me Achai v'Ra'ai. You call me a Biti. You call me Ra'ayati. You call me all these names. You called me. That I am your wife. You don't take care of me. Look at me. How I take care of my wife. I say to her hello every morning. Right? This is the minimum I'm doing. I'm saying hello. So I'm saying to you, say, Hashem, please help me. I'm here. Listen to me. And you don't answer? You have to answer me. You have to speak with him really. You know, really. What I feel now. I came. I took my time. I stopped everything. I went to the site. If it's a room, if it's outdoors, indoors, it doesn't matter. Where the man feels good, you know. Where I feel good, I'm here. I took my time. Please take your time. Take your time. Let me have some kind of feeling. I'm not expecting to be Moshe Rabbeinu. I'm not expecting to be a prophet. I'm not expecting to be a Rebbi Nachman. But I'm expecting to be a Jewish man that wants to speak to his father. This is what I expect. You know? So how can you feel the answer? The answer you feel if you speak it doesn't even one sentence. Okay? At ya bat melech, I want to feel my soul. I want to feel my soul. I don't want to see my soul. I'm afraid. I want to feel it. I want to feel my soul. I want to feel Hashem. I want to feel that I am with you. I want to feel that I'm your son. This is what I'm. And again and again and again and again. And again and again and again. To say the same words that you feel it. For me, I tell you, now what I feel is thank you very much, because I'm traveling all the time, and Baruch Hashem, nothing happened to me. I was, I passed over where the terrorists were. I passed there with my costume. We passed there. Nothing happened. I came to the Achsania where I stayed, and only then it happened. I don't know, half an hour after. So and you don't know. You're between the going. You don't know. Every time I see, the Jewish people, especially in England, everything is glass. The doors are glass. No
shades.
Huh?
Shades.
No shades. No soragim. Nothing. They're not protecting. They live among the going. Everything's okay. Malchus HaChesed. We saw how many Malchut HaChesed. In Spain it was Malchut HaChesed, and they changed. In Germany it was Malchut HaChesed, and they changed, and they live there, wow, I feel so frightened, I was like, Baruch Hashem, Toda Rabba, thank you very much, Toda Rabba. This is what I feel now, but there were times that I said, I started with Ana Hashem Oshiana, Ana Hashem Oshiana, Ana Hashem Oshiana, and then, when you go again and again and again, Hashem will open to you and give you words to speak, and this is what the Bat Melech Ra'ah. He saw the Bat Melech, he recognized her, and he told her, you are the Bat Melech. I have to look and search, and then recognize it, because it's changing all the time. Even someone that really had, like most of Balei Chivas, they had some
epiphany.
Huh?
Epiphany.
Yeah. They saw something, and they made tshuva. But, when did you make tshuva? 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago. What about today? You have to make tshuva again. It means I have to see it. To see something again. But then, I don't know how I made it to get to the point that I saw something. But today, Rebbi Nachman gave me the tools to know how to get to this point. And the main tool is to speak to Hashem. And this practice of speaking to Hashem in a room or outside, or while driving in the highway, it's the practice to get in contact with Hashem all the time. Not only for this hour, but for all the day. That every time that I went to the chemist, I bought what I bought, I went out, I can start speaking. Especially today when we have the phone, you put something in your phone, and you say, you go like this. Nobody knows. Nobody knows that you don't look strange. It's okay. We can speak, all the time. To speak to Hashem all the time. Thank you that you let me go into the chemist. Thank you that I had the money to buy. Thank you that I hope it will work. It will work. This medicine that I'm taking, and please help me further, when I'm getting along. Okay, so he went this secondary to Malchut, to the Melech, to the king. He went to the special place and he davened for a year. And on the last day of the year, he was going back. And she told him, on the last day of the year, you won't sleep and you won't eat and you won't drink. So on the way he saw a stream of water, and it was red. So he said, wow, spring of water. It looks like wine. It's red. Let's taste it. So he tasted and he fell asleep. And he missed the day. Yeah? And that's what happens to us all the time. You know, we try. We try. We are close already. We're very close to have some kind of a succeed. Yes, success. Some kind of success. And wow, no, it's not for me. I can't do it. It's too hard. You know, I tried it for already a whole week. I made the try, and every day I just fell asleep again and again, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Maybe for other people it works. Maybe for the talented people it works. But for me it doesn't work. It's not for me. It's not like this. It doesn't go like this. You know, it's another book that I wanted to read from the letters of Rabbi Nachman. Alim Letrufa. The Alim Letrufa that there are letters that Rabbi Nachman sent to his son, Rabbi Yitzchak. And in these letters, you see how he lives what he wrote. Yeah, because all the time Rabbi Yitzchak, his son, said, I cannot go anymore, it's too hard for me, I can't take it, and he is complaining. All his letters is only complaining. It's hard, it doesn't go, my son is sick, my daughter is sick, my son wants to get divorced, he has problems all the time. All the letters is only problems. And Rabbi Nachman writes to him, you know, it's okay, you have to believe I passed everything. I passed everything because Rebbi Nachman passed everything. Everything we can think about, he had it, you know. On the time that there was a disease in Ukraine, there were people, Breslov people, coming into Rebbi Nachman's house, and some died there. They passed over, you know, he's Talmidim. And he sees it and he has nothing to do. And he made Hitbodedut, and he davened for them, and it didn't work. So, Hashem doesn't want to listen to me. Nobody's listening to me. Rabbi Nachman said, if you pray, you know, and you do it hard, it will work. You know, and it didn't work. So, no, okay. I'm Yash. I cannot do that. No, again, and again, and again, and again. And sometimes that Hashem doesn't answer. He doesn't answer. He doesn't do what I want to do. Why? Because I have to go. You know, in Paris, I met an old friend of mine, like 40 years ago, and we were going together in Paris. You know, and it's amazing. You know, he became Breslov before me. He was with Rabbi Shmuel Shapira in Uman, in Memtet. What is Memtet? Is I don't know in the Christian calendar, in the normal calendar, but Memtet is it's 25 years ago. He was there with Rabbi Shmuel Shapira. The only time he was there, and he was taking him with his kisei galgalim, a wheelchair, and everything, you know. And we're going in Paris. I don't think there's a lower place than Paris, you know.
I agree.
Huh? You agree? Yeah. You know, you see shops, clothing shops and food, clothing and food, clothing and food, that's it, you know. If you want to buy a telephone, you have to look for it, you know, but that's what there is. And I felt it's such a big tikkun that we're going there together, you know, and we're speaking about Rebbi Nachman, we're speaking about Torah, we're speaking in the streets where we're going. It's just, how could I make it? I wouldn't go there. Voluntarily, I wouldn't go there. Well, you had to take all the money I had, all the kavod I had, all the shiurim I had to close everything. Said, Ehud, you don't have any other choice. Just go to Paris, collect money. Okay, I don't have any other choice. I go there. I meet my friend, and the tikkun happens there. It happens there. So all the tefillas that I did, that I don't want to go there, It doesn't work because I must go there. I must meet this man. Now he said he wants to buy an apartment here in Israel, and that I'll find someone for him to help him with this. And why? From what? I was there 2 days. Couple of hours with him, and something changed with him. So it was me, was the
catalyst.
When you take a chaka,
Fishing rod.
yeah, when you go a fishing rod, you put in the end, you put the worm. So I was the worm, and he ate the worm, and he got the hook inside him, and now he wants to come back. He's a really big Talmid Chacham. He made tshuva, really, he became a real Talmid Chacham, and there he doesn't do anything, He learns for himself. He was a Talmid of Rav Kaduri.
Mm.
Yeah, he went up and up. Amazing. He couldn't read and write. When he made tshuva, he couldn't read and write. One of our friends sat with him and taught him to read and write. And he became a Talmid of Rav Kaduri. How does it happen? And then he's staying there with nothing. Come here. You can have students. You can teach. We can do everything. Okay, so this is what the en yeus. Don't have any use, and don't be afraid from anything that happens, even if it doesn't go like you want it to go, because it doesn't go. Life doesn't go like we want it to go. Like on the way it tells me a little bit of what's happening with Bet Knesset. It doesn't go. You want to build a place for Rabbeinu, a place for Breslev. You want to build. It's Milchemet HaOlam. It's World War IX. Not 1 and not 2 and not 3. It's World War IX. Why? Because if Chas v'Shalom, you will make it, and there will be a Bet Knesset, a Breslev Bet Knesset, you change the world. Now you're changing the world. When you build something, 10 people of Breslev that they care about Breslev, and you build something. When Rebbi Nachman had a minyan in Breslev, and the minyan broke down. They didn't make it. It was going some time, and then it didn't make it. Rabbeinu says to him, your minyan is changing the worlds. There are worlds there. This was in his time, with the tzaddikim that was there. We are not close to this tzaddikim. And we're still fighting. It's amazing. We don't understand what we do. Dafka, because amazing. Like you look on a guy, like me. Yeah, let's take me going to a fight with what's his name, Cassius Clay. Yeah, I'm going to a fight with him. Yes, come. Yeah, it's a joke. No, it's not a joke. I mean it. I'm going to fight you, and I'm going to win. This is how it looks in our generation. You're going to fight the Yetzer Hara. You're going to fight all this festival, all this carnival of the like he tells us, there were plays and there were makelot, choirs and dancing and singing, and everybody is doing chaim, making good time. And you say, no, I'm going in a different way. But you're crazy. That's how it looks like. You're crazy. But I'm going to win. Really, I'm going to win. Not you're going to win. You're going to lose. You are the king. You have all the weapons. You sit in the top of the world. But I'm going to win. Why? Because I'm going on the true, on the right way. This is another thing I want to give you as a present for Hanukkah. Hanukkah present. When God created man, he asked the Malachim to create him or not. So, all kind of Malachim. So came the Malachim of truth, Malachai Emet. So he asked to create the man or not. So they said, no, don't create him. Why? Because he's full of lies. What did Hashem do? Took the truth, the Malachai truth, threw it to the ground. They said the truth, right? No, this kind of truth I don't want. Why? Because the truth is, I know that the man is going to be full of lies. But one movement of emes, of truth, that's what I want from him. I don't want him, I want him to be all truth. I want him to get there. But I know he won't get there. But one point of truth, this is what I want. This is the real emet. This is Hashem's emet. And this is in life, you know, what we say, the lotto will take you. The Malachim emet is that this guy in the Kupat Cholim is bad. He doesn't have any patience. He doesn't have any manners. He's a Israeli gorilla. Yeah? He is. This is the truth. But this is the Malachim truth. Why? Because he has some kind of point, some point, that he is good. Yes, and this point I have to look for it.
Is that a Nekudat Tov?
Nekudat Tov. Yeah, it's a Nekudat Emet.
Okay.
Nekudat Emet. That he has a point of truth in his behavior. It's a very bad behavior. But listen, like he told me, you know, sit down, wait for your turn, and be quiet. Yeah? Well, he's right. I should sit down, wait for my turn, and be quiet. This is the truth. Now, I want to ask him a question, you know, maybe he can save some time for me with his answer. He doesn't have patience with it. Okay, he doesn't have patience, you know. What can he do? He's doing the job. He wrote me down. He told the doctor I'm here. He took my tick out. He did what he could do. And this, what I want him to do, he cannot do. I cannot judge him if he's right or wrong. For me, it looks like, what's the problem? But for him, it's hard. You know, I cannot judge him. I don't know if it's true that it's hard for him or not. I cannot, because I'm not him. So I can find points of truth, and this goes everywhere, every time, and especially on myself. Because the judgment that we judge ourselves is the hardest judgment that there is. Because I know myself, you know, I know who I am. I know I can do much better. Okay, this is good by the teva, by the natural way. But by Hashem's way, it's not true. Because really you can do A, B, C, D. But Hashem doesn't want you to do it now. He wants you to do something else. So now you cannot do it. But I can do it. No, but now you cannot do it. So don't judge yourself so hard, you know. You are good, and what you do is good, and what you are going to do further, it's even better, and it's very good. And then that's the way you go up. And that's the way you can judge others for the side of the good. And find good in other people, and find the truth in other people. And then find what to speak about with Hashem. So it goes from both sides, you know, trying to find the points of truth outside, in people, and in me. He didn't make it. The secondary to the king, he didn't make it. So he comes to her, you know. So she cries to him, why? Why? You worked so hard for a whole year. Why? Why did you take care of yourself? So that's what Rabbeinu says, you know, when someone comes to Hitbodedut and he starts crying about himself, look at me, I'm old already, you know, I have a white beard, you know, what's going to be with me? I'm not going to be a Talmid Chochem, I'm not going to be a tzaddik, I'm not going to be a Oived Hashem with Mesirus Nefesh, you know, what's going to be? I'm nothing. I'm worthless, you know, what's going to be with me? So he says when someone goes like this to Hashem, you know, and he cries to him, he said, Lord, what's going to be with me? So the Shekhinah is crying against him, you know, in front of him. She's crying also. Yeah, what's going to be with him? What's going to be with him? And when she's crying, then it's the Bat Melech. Hashem hears this cry and sent to him an idea of what you can do. And the understanding that now in my generation, where I am, you know, like Baal Shem Tov said, the Baal Shem Tov says, someone that will wash his hands and make the bracha al netilat yadayim, in the last generation will be in the Madrega that I am. It will be considered that he is the Madrega on the Baal Shem Tov. So we do Netilat Yadayim, we say Birkot HaShachar, we daven Shachris, Mincha, Ma'ariv, we keep Shabbos. We do so many things, you know. So we are higher than the Baal Shem Tov. Hashem Tov said only Netilat Yadayim when we do all these things. Sometimes we learn Torah. You know, if you put something, some book in with your tefillin, you know, you finish the tefillah, read one line. You know, I gave a start. You know, I did a start for the day. I did the tefillah. I read one line, halacha, sipurei masiyot, anything. Doesn't matter what you do. Just read something in the beginning of the day. So I did something. I did tefillah and I did Torah. There's a midrash. I put it. There was a sticker. I couldn't find it again. That it says. It says Amarava. Amarava. כל המניח תפילין, מתעטף בציצית ומתפלל, מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. The one that, you know, puts his tefillin on, his talis and daven, yeah, מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. So for a woman, if she prays שחריס, מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. וואו. אמר אביי, כן? אמר אביי, ערב אני בו שאין רואה פני גיהנום. I am, how do you say ערב? I will stand for it, yeah? And he won't see Gehenna. Not only he will go straight to Gan Eden like Rava says, he won't go through Gehenna. כן? מה זה? אמר רב פאפה? וואו, I forgot this. I forgot what he said. He said another to strengthen it even more. You know that. But what did I do? I put my tefillin on, my talis, and daven. What is tefillah? Tefillah is 18. It's not all the korbanot and zmirot and it's not tefillah. What is called tefillah by Chazal in the Gemara is the 18. This is called tefillah. So I put my tefillin on. I said 18. That's it. I'm ben haolam haba. I'm there. So why should I be miuash? Or whatever I do is tosefet. I put more. I add more. More olam haba, more Gan Eden, more. I don't know what's going there on there. You know, Leviathan. They eat all kind of things and nice chocolates maybe. I don't know what's going on there. You know, but it's good. I don't know exactly what, but it's good. After he lost this chance, she gave him another chance, and he lost the other chance also, and then started the big traveling until he finds her. And when he finds her, he has to take her out of the lot of. And Rabbeinu doesn't tell us how did he take her out of the lot of. Why?
That's our job.
Huh?
That's our job.
Because each one has a different way to take her out of the lotto. Huh? Each one has his way, special way that he has to take her out of the lotto. So again, I cannot judge anyone because I don't know his way. It looks like we're all doing the same in this world. We all live the same. You know, we all eat, drink, have kids, business, house, and everything is the same. But each one of us is different. Altogether is different. So I cannot judge anyone. Myself I cannot judge, you know, to say I know myself. This also I know myself. It's good. It's nice. You know, I know I have some knowledge about myself. But 100%, it's only Hashem. You know, so all the time look for the truth of Hashem, not for the truth of the Malachim. Bezrat Hashem, we'll make it, we'll do it, we'll make it. From today we start doing Hitbodedut. This. Oh, I remember, now remember. Rav Shechter. Someone came to Rav Shechter And there was someone else in front of him. You know Rav Shechter, yeah? Yeah. So there was someone else in front of him. So he says to him, make 5 minutes Hitbodedut a day. So, okay, this one left and this one comes. He says, why do you say 5 minutes? Rabbeinu says 1 hour. How can you say 5 minutes? Against Rabbeinu's advice, meforash. This is what. So he says to him, I know my clients. I know my clients. I know if I tell them 5 minutes, maybe they will make it, 1 hour, wow, it's too much, I cannot do it. But 5 minutes, if you do 5 minutes, it can come up to 10 minutes, a quarter of an hour. There's a story about Rebbi Nachman, that he had to go somewhere. And there was some space or time until they arranged all the horses and this. So he told his mashals to that, wake me up in 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes. And he put his hand on the door. Everybody is around him. Yeah? And made his body for 5 minutes. And his mashals, Rebbi Nachman, he wake him up after. He says, Rebbi Nachman, it was big 5 minutes. Because this 5 minutes is, I'm with Hashem. So at least 5 minutes out of the day, I was with Hashem. I spoke to him, I told him. And when I tell him, that's it. There's halacha in Choshen Mishpat. If someone stole your field or your house, and you cannot take it away from him, but you come once in a year, you come and shout, you stand on the field or next to the house, and you said, this is my house, he stole my house. It doesn't make a kinyan. If you don't shout it, after 3 years, it's a kinyan, it's his house, it's his field. But if I make a mecha, I'm saying it's not his house, it's mine, he stole it from me. It doesn't make a kinyan. It's the same with the Yetzirah. The same halacha. If I make a mecha, if I'm saying it's not yours, I'm not yours, I belong to Hashem. My soul belongs to Hashem, my bodies belong to Hashem. Nah, I know you do with me all kinds of things, but it's not yours. I'm not yours. I belong to Hashem. This is the big 5 minutes. But every day I make a mecha. I belong to Hashem. I am Jewish. I am doing my job. I'm trying my best. I could do much better, of course, but I'm doing my best, and this is my mecha. I don't belong to you. I belong to Hashem.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you.